We've talked about supercars and watches to flex. Obviously, the biggest flex, I've heard you say this before, is having a woman on your arm. Do you think the majority of average Joes should strive to have multiple women?
Yeah, I get asked this a lot. And I think it's kind of misunderstood. I want to try and clarify this because I ask it a lot. People think I'm advocating for a man to go and have a bunch of women. That's not exactly what I'm doing. What I am saying is that female nature, not even masculine nature, female nature is if they find a man of high enough status that they're happy for him to have multiple women. That's the point. It's an observational evolutionary biology. It's not me sitting trying to tell men what to do.
Do you think they could have the same kind of connection if that man isn't loyal to them and only them?
Well, I'm not a female. I'm just commenting on the fact that if Chris Brown walks into a club, every girl screams and wants Chris Brown, and none of them expect him to be loyal because of his status as a man. So,
but then would they be loyal to him though?
I think they would. If you look at a history book, every king, every sultan, every emperor, every sheikh, every ruler, they all had multiple wives, mistresses, and they were all loyal to him.
Because they're top of the pile.
Because they're top of the pile.
But were they worried that they were going to get killed back in the olden days when it's like the king and stuff, and if they did something against him?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but if you look at the world today, I'm telling you right now, if you're a very famous actor, for example, and you decided you want to have 3 girlfriends, it would be very easy for you to have 3 girlfriends. Now, those girlfriends would get a lifestyle off of you, of course. They would benefit from sharing you. They would take away a lot of their jealousy and it'd be replaced by gratitude because of the lifestyle they're being afforded. But that's because you're top dog. So I'm not sitting out here telling every man, go get a bunch of multiple women. I'm saying that women themselves have shown us that if you're a high enough status male, your idea of being sexually exclusive to them isn't all that interesting overall. It was different previously, perhaps, or I understand some people are happily married and some people don't like the idea of the things I'm saying. That's fine. I'm just making a commentary and I'm speaking from personal experience. If I were to go out and meet a new girl and she were to sit with me and talk to me, and someone were to say at the end of it, do you think he's gonna be loyal to you? She'd go, well, probably not. Do you want to see him again? Yes. That's the reality of the game. That's the way it's always been.
Do you think it changes when they're looking to settle down versus to have a fun lifestyle?
And then again, it's interesting because there's another interesting observation in terms of when women decide to settle down, right? Because women don't often want to settle down at the peak of their sexual options and value. Women are seen as most valuable, let's say at 23 or 24 or whatever. When they're most valuable and they're most beautiful and they have the most options and the most Instagram DMs and the most invites, they don't want to settle down. They want to go to Dubai. They want to go to Hong Kong. They want to go to Miami. They want to run around. They want to have all this fun. They want to party. And then they get to 30 and there's a new generation of girls getting all the options. And now they start saying, well, you know what? I want a serious man. Well, of course you do. Of course you do. Of course you do. The Instagram's dry. Of course you want fucking serious man.
Obviously, we're generalizing here. There are people that do.
Of course, and I am generalizing, but you have to make a generalized point. So when I say these things, I'm not trying to say to every man, go get a bunch of women, da-da-da. But I also use that as an answer when a man says to me, because some men say, look, I like the idea of having, let's say, a bunch of women or whatever. So then you better become important. That's the only way you're gonna do it. You become important. You're not gonna do it if you're a brokey. I mean, you could, but it'd be a different scenario for the women to actually accept it and be semi-happy with it. And when I say these things, of course, I'm called misogynist and attacked by Shanti, fucking whatever her name is.
I can't remember.
I mean, either. I just remember Shanti.
The Guardian.
The Guardian. In most of the world, this is the reality. Go to Africa and find the rich dude in town. He has wives. Go to the Middle East, find the rich dude. He has wives. Go to Russia and find a billionaire. He has his wife and he has his mistresses. Like, this is just the way the world is. I don't know why everyone's afraid to just say it. In the Western world, we have this fake veil of absolute moral superiority and we're better than everyone else and da-da-da. But if you've actually hung around enough billionaires like I have, and you've been around enough rich, important people in private scenarios, you will soon see that everyone does the same thing. Just in the West, they fucking lie. And everywhere else, they can be honest about it. It's always been the way. It's only over here we're like, no, never, no. It's a clown world.